primarily about what your dissertation format would look like as a result of collecting the data. And the dissertation itself, and the 5 chapters and the appendices and all those preliminary pages, that's your research report. But there are other types of reports that one can do. I mean, you can write articles for journals, you can write articles for newspapers and newsletters, you can do presentations at professional conferences, things like that. So if you look on page 11, the first issue there is, who is this audience that you're trying to write for? And the audience for your dissertation is very different than the audience if you're writing it for teachers or practitioners. The language you use, the examples you use. If you're talking to teachers, what do they want to know? Does it work? They don't care about the theory. But if you're presenting it to a professional organization or to a dissertation or for publication, they want to know the theory that guided your study. So the audience and what you say to them can be very different. The language also differs somewhat. So we talk about the slide 22. We talk about theses and dissertations. We talk about research journals, conference papers, proposals for the go to the conference. And those are usually very short. A lot of times they're online now, where you give the title and they tell you in 50 words, describe what you want to present. And then you write that out and it gets submitted, and there's a committee that reviews what you propose, and then they will contact and say you've been approved to present at this conference. And then at the conference, you have a professional paper that you write out all the things you want to share with them, and then you also have a PowerPoint presentation. Some people now, to save from having to carry all that paper with them, will provide a web link at the conference to say that if you want to see my paper or the PowerPoint slides, go to this link and download materials. That way you don't have to make all those copies and put it in your luggage and take it unless you want to use that extra suitcase on the way back for the things you bought for yourself, which, you know, what people do a lot too. And also when you're at these big conferences, they usually have a large set of vendors, and you collect a lot of stuff from those vendors. If you go to a technology conference, chances are you're going to get free software, and you're going to get things like these, and pens and papers and folders and things. And so, you know, I always carry one of those collapsible pieces of luggage that can expand, because you come back with a lot more stuff than you got. A lot of the conferences now give you a conference bag for that very reason, because you do collect a lot of stuff from vendors. They're giving away